Welcome to another edition of Positively Douglasville. I'm so very excited today to have my friend here speaking with us, Chris Pumphrey, Executive Director of Douglas County Economic Development Authority.
Yes, yes.
So, welcome.
Thank you. So glad to be here.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Well, let's just talk to our audience a little bit about yourself. If you can tell us, first of all, what the Development Authority does and how you've made a difference in these 8 years. It's been 8 years.
Yeah,
Chris.
it has been 8 years.
Wow.
It's fast 8 years.
How it's gone by. Tell us what you've done and, you know, these great companies that you've brought in, Gordon Foods, Key, Switch, all kinds of stuff. I'm telling all your business, but go ahead, because I'm bragging on you.
No problem. So the Development Authority is a board that is appointed by the Board of Commissioners and City Council.
Yes, sir.
They are a group of business leaders who are charged with helping grow the economy, a sustainable economy here in Douglasville and Douglas County. And so they hired myself and staff to do all the day-to-day work to make sure that that happens here in our community. And so I've been very fortunate and blessed to have such a great group of individuals to work for and who are really passionate about this community.
Yes, sir. We really appreciate you. Talk to us about Breezy and workforce development. I know your staff is great, and so that's been something that we've read about in the paper, and we just want people to know the great things that, you know, your staff is doing.
Yeah, so, you know, workforce is essential to all of economic development, and when we talk about, you know, people hear about what we do, they always go to incentives first. But consistently, companies and consultants state that workforce is the #1 priority for companies when they're looking to expand or locate their business in a different area. And so with that being said, we realized that we really weren't doing a good job of getting a handle on what's happening in workforce. How are we addressing the issues that our existing employers are seeing today? And then how are we prepping, you know, ourselves to be competitive for those companies that are looking to expand? So we made the decision, talked with the board and talked with staff, and more specifically Breezy, who has a background in higher education, and really thought that she would do excellent in that space, and she really has shined.
She has.
From the standpoint of now communities are calling us to say, how do you all do what you do? So we really are becoming an example of how to integrate workforce and economic development together.
Very good, very good. Well, we're excited about that. So talk to us. I was talking about those communities and what you've done. It says, I'm reading here, that we have this economic development strategic plan that hadn't been done for almost 20 years. And that encapsulates parts of like the Sweetwater, and just talk to us about that a little bit.
Sure. So it's essential for any community to have a plan. Where do you want to go? How do you want to get there? And you're right, we hadn't had a plan in about 20 years. So we really were trying, we were kind of making it, we were having some success, but really didn't have a well-rounded plan for community and economic development. And so we brought together business leaders and government leaders together to say, let's put this plan together and let's ensure that it's not just a plan that has a nice cover to it, but it's something that we can implement.
That's right.
And so now we've got the plan in place, the Douglas County Community and Economic Development Strategic Plan, and it is focused on how we celebrate and market our community. It's focused on how we have consistent investments, investing with intention, whether that's in infrastructure, in business parks, and what have you, wayfinding signs and beautification of the community. Cultivating talent, which is building up that workforce pipeline and partnerships centered around that. And then ensuring that we've got business success. So how do we not only focus on key sectors to recruit large businesses, but also what are we doing to support our existing businesses? And then one of the things that we really had a huge decline in is addressing our entrepreneurial and small business activity. And how do we put a really strong focus on ensuring that we're building up and growing companies here in our community, and not just growing them here, but hoping that they stay here and they reinvest in our community.
Now we have an incubator, or it's something with Mercer University. You talked to me about that with the entrepreneurs.
So Mercer, who's been here for a number of years, they've got a lot of strength in entrepreneurial and small business. And so they started some programs in Macon that they carried up to Atlanta, and they really wanted to be more engaged here in Douglasville. And so they partnered with us on a program called Co-Starters.
Yes.
And that is a program that is geared towards individuals who have an idea about a business, or maybe have just started a business and aren't really sure of all the things that they need to do to be successful. So we launched our first 9-week cohort last fall.
Wow.
And we graduated a number of individuals and businesses in the community, and we're continuing to support those businesses and looking forward to the next round that come through this upcoming fall.
That is exciting, because it's so difficult sometimes. You don't know how. You have an idea, and you may not know all the steps to do to start your business and how to make it sustainable. And, you know, because most businesses, small businesses especially, entrepreneurs, entrepreneurships and people who start businesses fail within 5 years. They don't have the capital or the know-how to continue to stay viable. So that's great that you all have that.
We want to bring all the resources to the table to help support them as much as possible.
Very good. Now, it says, since you've been the executive director, that we've brought these companies in, and Switch, BioLife, Gordon Foods, ResMed, Google, Expansion, Southwire, $4 billion and 1,500 new jobs.
Yeah.
So isn't that exciting?
Yes, it's really exciting.
Woo!
Really exciting, yeah.
So a lot of those are manufacturing, data, but I know we're looking at retail and restaurants and trying to balance those things out as well. So
we're definitely working on that, and really proud of the companies that we've been able to welcome here. The great thing about those industries that you listed off are that they're not just, you know, bringing 1,000 jobs, but they're bringing well-paying jobs. They're bringing in jobs that are above our county average wage, which means that it's giving more spending power to the employees that work there, and more spending power to the employees that work there means that we can attract more retail options, you know, to our community.
Oh, good.
And so we've partnered with an organization to help us in our retail recruitment efforts. It's a company called Nextsite, and they specialize on helping suburban communities who are struggling to attract some of those retailers that a lot of the folks in the community really want. And even though it's very much a demographic-driven business model where retailers are looking for specific income levels and educational levels, sometimes there's some fringes that we could really attract. And so that's where Nextsite really comes into play, is helping us tell our story, you know, to these retailers and developers about what Douglasville and Douglas County has to offer about our community, about our demographics, and then work with those folks to show them opportunities here in the community. And so we just started that partnership last fall.
Good.
And it's a 3-year arrangement, so we're looking forward to the fruits of that coming out this year and in the upcoming years.
Okay, now I'm going to tell you some things that I hear people want.
Yeah.
And you've made some of those things happen, like Panera Bread, the taco place.
Del Taco.
Del Taco, there you go.
Yeah,
okay, Krispy Kreme, Whole Foods. What else? And people always telling me they want, gosh, some kind of
the Whole Foods, the Trader
Whole
Joe's,
Foods,
all of those.
So,
yeah,
maybe one day.
Yeah, we're pursuing all of them. We're pursuing all of them. So, you know, and it's interesting, you know, what's happening in that retail space. There's a lot of opportunities that are out there, and I feel very confident that we'll see the fruits of some of those coming in the coming years. Good.
Now, a new one I've heard is car rental. I think we only have, we're not very competitive. We don't have a lot of variety. So more places where people maybe can rent an RV or a car or something when they're trying to travel for vacation. So that's another one. Keep under your feather in the edges. So let's see. You're a graduate of Morehouse. You're a Morehouse man.
Yes, I am.
So but you're originally from, not Wisconsin.
Yeah, I was born in Wisconsin.
Okay, see, I have a good memory.
Yeah, born in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. But I grew up in South Florida. So two completely opposite climates.
It's cold. Like if you were to go way back home now, you'd be under like how many inches of snow?
Yeah, they just finished. They're just coming out of this polar vortex right now.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and I have family members saying, "Why do we still live here?" And I said, "I really don't know." But it's wonderful memories from there.
Yeah.
But But Atlanta was a nice medium. You know, we get 4 seasons down here. In Florida, you get 2.
Yeah.
And so
Now Florida's nice though.
yeah, it's really
a
nice.
But
Yeah.
you, when I see you like at development authority meetings, you have your cup is a
Green Bay Packers. Yeah.
Come on now, you're all over.
Yeah.
What's going on? What's going on?
That's my team.
That's your team?
That's my
Okay, well, I'm
team,
not going
right.
to talk because I like the Browns. They're doing
Yeah.
much better. They did
They're
pretty
doing
well
better,
this year. Yeah, so Morehouse. So you came here for school.
Yep. Yeah, I came in for school, was an economics major, and really was passionate about community development. And that really kind of started out as a young age. My mom worked for a number of nonprofit community development organizations, and I really got to understand the inner workings of things, and it's just something that just caught on to me. And so from Morehouse, I started working for the Atlanta University Consortium.
Okay.
And really trying to leverage the strength of the Atlanta University Center to drive growth in the West End of Atlanta.
Okay,
So
very good. The AU Center, so that's
Yeah.
Morehouse, Spelman, Clark Atlanta, Morris Brown,
Yeah, the
and
Theological
ITC.
Center.
Yeah, ITC. There you
Yep.
go.
Yeah, so that was a great experience. I got to work with all the different local governments and the campus and really look at development from a different perspective. And that opened up a door for me to go work for the Georgia Department of Economic Development, which is a truly eye-opening experience.
Wow.
Just some great exposure that I had the opportunity to be a part of, being able to travel to different parts of the world, and talk about the strengths of Georgia as a great place to do business. And we've been ranked #1 place for doing business 6 years in a row.
Wow.
And we hope to
That's
keep that going.
Yes.
But it was a wonderful time working for that organization, and
Wow,
it
Chris.
gave me a different perspective, going from the community level to the statewide level, and then now back to the community level. So it's been a good ride so far.
Well, good, and we're so happy to have you. You are a jewel.
Thank you.
Just
Thank
as
you.
an individual, but professionally, you know, I'm on the Atlanta Regional Commission, the Board of Directors. I'm the Vice Chair. And so when we go to link trips from all over, people are trying to, how's Chris doing over there? I'm like, don't steal my Chris, leave me alone with Christopher. No, but you have such a great reputation.
Thank
And
you.
I was so proud of you this last State of the Region. You did a TED Talks or something. And I unfortunately was out of town, so I had to watch it online. But everyone was texting me like, you should see Chris, he's a rock star. I'm like, well, my goodness, what happened? Look at little Chris, our Christopher.
Yeah, it was extremely nerve-wracking, kind
all
of
those
getting up to the
people.
point. Yeah, it's a lot of people. But I was really passionate about what I was talking about, and I really feel that, you know, we're going to be successful as our region is successful, and regional collaboration will be able to accomplish a lot of great things in our region, and I think we're on our way. So we've been having a number of talks, you know, since that speech, and we've got some more to come.
Wow, the spotlight, that was great. So Douglas Unite, you talked about that earlier, but that was this consortium that you talked about with community partners. And so people may not know what that is if you just give us a brief little.
Sure. Yeah. Douglas Unite is just a public-private collaboration of individuals and organizations who are committed to seeing Douglas County grow and prosper.
Yeah.
And those folks are 100% invested. They help invest in our strategic plan, and they're also invested in helping us implement that plan. And so we're all committed. We're working very closely together. This year, we're the naming sponsor for the Chamber's Business After Hours.
Oh, great.
So we want to continue to make sure that the community is aware of what we're doing, and that they hold us accountable to what we said we're going to do.
Yeah, and our partners, if you can name the school system.
Yeah. So it's obviously the City of Douglasville,
Yes.
Douglas County, Greystone Power, Georgia Power, Hartley Rowe and Fowler, Foxhall, Hughes Ray Company, Wellstar Hospital, Service First Bank, the Water and Sewer Authority, the school system.
Wow.
I hope I haven't missed anyone.
That's a whole lot. That's a lot.
Yeah,
That's a lot.
we've got a number of partners, you know, on the team to pull this together.
Well, I'm excited. I'm going to ask you a couple more questions.
Sure.
I know you're a busy bee, so I'm going to
problem.
let you keep on making money, bringing people in to make
Of
money
course.
for us. You are, congratulations, you're the chair for the economic development board of
yeah,
directors
I will be
for the
next year.
state.
Yeah,
You're the incoming chair.
Yeah, so I'm first vice chair this year.
First vice chair. Let me get it right now. So tell me the exact title.
Yeah, so I'm first vice chair for the Georgia Economic Developers Association.
Get out of town.
Yeah, and then next year I'll be chair.
What?
Yeah.
Give me some. Poof. That's exciting. Now, how long will that term be?
It's a 1-year term, but it's a 4 or 5 year process. So I've
wow.
been progressing year by year.
Wow.
In this plan, and so next year it'll be my responsibility for the direction of the organization, and
really,
so it's been a lot of hard work putting together different conferences. This year I'm responsible for all the monthly programs, and so in the next year I'm just kind of responsible for the whole thing.
So are those all the development assorted executive directors from all over the state?
Yes, exactly right. Yeah,
wow.
we've got a 700-member organization.
Really?
Of economic development professionals like myself from the state, regional, and local level, service providers, engineering firms, construction firms, and
Wow,
lawyers,
Chris.
attorneys. Yep.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's exciting.
It is.
So when you're on the top of the heap, then you can look and say, come to Douglasville. When Amazon or someone comes,
Yes.
and you'll just kind of direct them.
It's always an opportunity to promote.
No. So that's exciting. And lastly, can you tell us anything? First of all, I want to talk about your family just briefly.
Yeah, sure.
You have beautiful family. Your
Thank
wife
you.
is a supermodel.
She is.
Oh my
She
gosh,
is.
she is so pretty
Yes.
and very gracious. And you said she is. I love it.
Yeah.
How many years you guys been married?
We have been married 13 years. It'll be 14 this year.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's sweet.
Yeah.
And you have beautiful
Yep,
sons.
yep. Son and daughter, 7 and
son and
5.
daughter.
Yep.
You gonna
So-
jump back in the water?
No.
This is it?
No, we're good.
Your
We're good.
perfection, one of each,
Yeah,
huh? So,
baby girl has confirmed that we will not be pursuing another.
oh, well, your family, you have a beautiful family.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
So what do you guys like to do, and what do you like to do for fun?
Yeah, so honestly, I stay so busy.
I know, you need to
that,
calm down, man.
Yeah, I love getting on a vacation and just getting out.
Yeah.
And so me and my wife were actually talking about that last night.
Oh,
when's the
good.
next vacation? But other than that, I spend time with them. We all have fun together, and then I'll always love to get on a golf course. So,
Oh, good.
So just a little too cold right now, but
Yeah.
soon enough.
Very good. Have you been to West Pines?
I have.
Yeah, West Pines is good.
Yeah, it
The
is.
driving range is
Yep.
nice. We replaced all the greens
Yep.
and the cart paths,
Yep.
so it should be.
Yep.
And we have these new cars now, the new golf carts.
Yeah. I haven't tried them yet.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they have you can listen to the game or something, and they're really nice.
Okay.
Yeah, they're going to be cool when you.
I have to
you
take some
see.
friends out there.
Yeah. That'll be good. And Morehouse comes to play on our golf course quite
yeah.
often.
Yeah, the
They have
team.
the golf
Yeah.
team. So, yeah, so
Great.
your alma mater.
Great.
All right, sir. Anything you can tell us that's exciting coming that you
Sure.
maybe we're not in danger of losing, but just something good that's coming in? Like at Foxhall, I know there's that South. What's that thing called?
The South Fulton Parkway.
There you go.
Yep. Yeah, there's a lot of activity going on right now. One of the things we're excited about is we really are becoming a data center haven. And that's when I think about that, and people say it doesn't bring a lot of jobs, it does in a cluster effect. But I think about places like North Atlanta, and they started out that way. They started out with a lot of data centers.
Really?
The executives started moving out there. The headquarters started moving out there to technology companies. So I really see that opportunity here in our community. Just recently, we acquired 136 acres right off of Fairburn Road to market that, to cater towards headquarters, professional services, technology, and mixed-use type development in that area. And so we're in the prepping phase, to attract more of those. But we'll be coming to council soon on some of our data center work, and we've got a few headquarters projects that we're working on right now as well. So, I can't let everything out, but we've got some good things coming.
Now talk to me about Switch, and then I'm going to let you go.
Yeah.
Switch is from Las Vegas?
Yeah, Switch is a Las Vegas-based co-location data center company. When they announced, it was Georgia's largest ever announcement in investment. Wow. $2.5 billion.
One more time, two with the B.
$2.5
billion.
That's
The
correct.
largest investment in the
That
state
is
of
correct.
Georgia
Yep.
is in Douglas County.
Yep, it is in
Yes.
Douglas County, and so they are under construction right now. building up to 1 million square feet
Wow.
in data center space on about 86 acres.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're doing that right across the street from Google.
Yes.
And so when you put the both of them together, that's about 2.3 million square feet of data center
Jeez.
on 2 blocks.
Wow.
Yeah, so really, so it's an intense amount of development taking place in the community. And so Switch, they service all of the Fortune 500 companies and holding their data in their facilities. And they really attract other companies. And so we had the pleasure of visiting them in Las Vegas
Yeah.
and saw all the companies that started to build around Switch
Really?
after they located. And they're also extremely community focused. And so we're really excited about some of the things we're working on with them as they continue to grow in our community.
Gosh,
Yep.
exciting things,
is,
Chris. Thank
it
you
is.
for everything
Thank
you've been
you.
doing for us for the past 8 years. We want 8 more and 8 more and however
Yes.
many more you want to go.
Right.
So thank you so much. Thank you for preparing the city and the county
Yeah.
for growth, because
Yeah.
what's good for the county is good for the city and vice
Exactly.
versa,
Exactly.
and the region especially. So we look forward to what you have on the horizons as a first vice chair.
Uh-huh. Yes.
And just thank you so much for everything that you're doing for us every day. We appreciate you
Thank
and
you
your
for all you do.
calm spirit.
Yes, no
Yes.
problem. We have to stay calm.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. We
My
appreciate
pleasure.
you. Thanks for coming.
My pleasure. Thank you.
You're welcome. This has been another edition of Positively Douglasville. God bless you.